Have you ever wondered what lies beyond our world, beyond the veil of what we can see and touch? The Apostle Paul, one of the most influential figures in Christian history, was given a glimpse. A vision so profound, so earth-shattering, that he was forbidden to describe it in detail. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most enigmatic passages in the entire Bible, Paul's journey to the third heaven. What did he see? What did he hear? And why was it a secret he had to keep? In his second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, Paul speaks of this extraordinary event. He writes, "I know a man in Christ who 14 years ago was caught up to the third heaven, whether in the body or out of the body I do not know, God knows." He's speaking about himself, but he does so in the third person, a mark of his humility. He doesn't want to boast about this experience, but he's forced to mention it to defend his apostolic authority against false teachers. So, what exactly is the third heaven? To understand this, we need to step back into the ancient Jewish worldview they often conceived of the heavens in. Layers, the first heaven was the sky, the atmosphere where birds fly and clouds gather. The second heaven was the cosmos, the realm of the sun, moon, and stars. But the third heaven, that was something else entirely. The third heaven was considered the dwelling place of God himself. Paul even equates it with paradise, a term that evokes the Garden of Eden, a place of perfect communion with the Creator. This wasn't just a dream or a fleeting thought. Paul says he was caught up, a passive verb that suggests he was taken by a divine power, completely outside of his own control. He emphasizes his own uncertainty, whether in the body or out of the body I do not know, highlighting how overwhelming and otherworldly the experience was. His physical senses and his understanding of reality were completely suspended as he was transported into the very presence of the Almighty. And what happened there? This is where the mystery deepens. Paul says he heard things that cannot be told, which man is not permitted to utter. Think about that. He was given access to divine secrets, to a reality so glorious and pure that human language simply breaks down trying to describe it. Our words, our concepts are designed for this fallen world. They are completely inadequate to capture the essence of God's perfect realm. Let's try to imagine it, even though we know we'll fall short. What could he have witnessed? Perhaps he saw colors that have no name on earth, heard music woven from light and love, felt a peace so profound it dissolved every fear and anxiety. Maybe he saw the sea of glass like crystal described by John in Revelation, or witnessed the chorus of angels singing praises around the throne of God. Could he have seen Christ? It's a compelling thought. In this place of ultimate reality, outside of time and space, perhaps Paul had a conversation with the glorified Jesus he had dedicated his life to serving. Perhaps he was shown revelations of God's eternal plan. The full tapestry of history from beginning to end, all woven together in a beautiful, coherent whole that made perfect sense from that divine perspective. The sights and sounds would have been unspeakable, but why was he forbidden to speak of them? This is a crucial part of the lesson. The experience wasn't for Paul to use as a party trick or a way to gain followers. It wasn't about elevating himself. In fact, it was the opposite. This incredible vision was meant to humble him. To ensure he wouldn't become proud, Paul tells us he was given a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan to harass him. We don't know what this thorn was. It could have been a physical ailment, a persistent temptation, or intense opposition, but its purpose was clear. It was a constant reminder of his human weakness and his total dependence on God's grace. 3 times he pleaded with the Lord to take it away, and 3 times he received the same answer: "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." The greatest spiritual experiences are not meant to make us spiritual superheroes. They are a sacred trust. They are given to anchor our souls, to give us an unshakable hope in the reality of our eternal home. Paul's vision wasn't about Paul. It was about the God who is so glorious, so majestic, that our only proper response is awe and humble worship. It fueled the rest of his life. After seeing paradise, how could the sufferings of this world ever compare? He could write with confidence, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us." This secret journey of Paul's changed him forever. It left him with a quiet, awestruck understanding of what awaits every believer. He carried the memory of that indescribable beauty in his heart, a secret wellspring of joy and strength that enabled him to endure shipwrecks, beatings, and imprisonment. He had seen the finish line. He knew what was waiting. So, what does this mean for us today? We may not be caught up to the third heaven in the same way Paul was, but we are invited to set our minds on things above. Paul's secret journey can inspire our own hope for heaven. It reminds us that this life is not all there is. There is a reality beyond our senses, a home prepared for us that is more beautiful and joyful than we can possibly imagine. Paul's experience teaches us that humility and dependence on grace are the hallmarks of true spiritual maturity. When we face our own thorns, whatever they may be, we can remember Paul's lesson. God's power is perfected in our weakness, and His grace is always enough. Paul's vision wasn't just a personal privilege. It's a promise for all of us. It's a glimpse into the ultimate destination, a confirmation that our faith is not in vain. It points us toward an eternity where all secrets will be revealed, all tears will be wiped away, and we will finally see face to face the one who is more glorious than words can tell. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. If you want to keep exploring the deep truths of faith and keep your eyes fixed on eternity, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let Paul's secret hope become your hope too. Thanks for watching.